Welcome to the Englishstorywell channel, your ultimate destination for captivating stories that enhance your English learning journey. Here, we believe that stories are not just a form of entertainment, but a powerful tool to improve your language skills. Let's go to started.
This is the story of Tom, a young man who needs a haircut but feels nervous about going to a new barbershop. In this simple English story, you will follow Tom's experience as he visits the barbershop, talks with the barber, and gets his haircut. This story will help you practice English speaking and listening skills, as well as teach you useful vocabulary and phrases related to getting a haircut. Whether you are a beginner or intermediate learner, this story will help you feel more confident when speaking English in everyday situations. Tom stood in front of the mirror and looked at his hair. It had grown too long and it was starting to look messy. He usually kept his hair short, but he hadn't had time to get a haircut in a few months. Now, he felt like it was time to go to the barbershop. I definitely need a haircut, Tom thought to himself. But I don't know which barbershop to go to. Tom had recently moved to a new neighborhood, so he didn't know where the good barbershops were. Back in his old neighborhood, he always went to the same barber. His barber knew exactly how he liked his hair, and it was always easy to communicate. But now, Tom had to find a new barbershop. He was a little nervous because he didn't know any of the barbers in the area, and he wasn't sure how to explain the kind of haircut he wanted. The next day, Tom decided to walk around the neighborhood to look for a barbershop. As he walked down the street, he saw a small shop with a red and white barber pole outside. The sign on the window said, "Sam's Barbershop." This place looks nice, Tom thought. I'll give it a try. He opened the door and stepped inside. The barbershop was small but clean and cozy. There were 2 barber chairs, a large mirror on the wall, and pictures of different haircuts hanging above the mirror. There was only one barber working, and he smiled when he saw Tom walk in. "Hello. Welcome to Sam's Barbershop," the barber said. "I'm Sam. How can I help you today?" Tom smiled back and said, "Hi, I need a haircut. Do you have time for me now?" "Of course," Sam replied. "Come and have a seat." Tom sat down in the barber chair, and Sam put a cape around him to keep the hair off his clothes. Then Sam asked, "So, what kind of haircut would you like today?" Tom paused for a moment. He wasn't sure how to explain the haircut he wanted. In his old neighborhood, his barber already knew how to cut his hair, so Tom didn't have to say much. "Well, I usually like my hair short on the sides and a little longer on top," Tom said. "But not too short." Sam nodded and smiled. "Okay, got it. Do you want me to use clippers on the sides or scissors?" Tom thought for a moment and said, "Clippers, please. But use scissors for the top." Sam asked, "What number clipper guard do you usually use on the sides?" "Number 2, 3. Tom wasn't sure about the numbers. He had never paid attention to that detail before. "I'm not sure," he said. "What do you recommend?" Sam smiled again. "No problem. I'll start with the number 3 and see how you like it. If it's too long, we can go shorter." Tom felt relieved. Sam seemed friendly and helpful, and he was glad the barber was asking questions to make sure he got the right haircut. Sam started cutting Tom's hair. First, he used the clippers on the sides, carefully trimming the hair. As he worked, he asked Tom how his day was going. "It's going well," Tom replied. "I just moved to this neighborhood, so I'm still getting used to everything." Sam nodded as he continued to cut. "I see. Welcome to the neighborhood. How do you like it so far?" "It's nice," Tom said. "It's a little different from where I lived before, but I think I'm going to like it here." "That's good to hear," Sam said. "If you ever need recommendations for places to eat or things to do around here, feel free to ask. I've lived here for a long time, so I know the area pretty well." Tom appreciated Sam's friendliness. It made him feel more comfortable during the haircut. As Sam continued to cut his hair, they talked about different things: work, hobbies, and even favorite movies. The conversation helped Tom relax, and before he knew it, Sam had finished cutting the sides of his hair. After trimming the sides, Sam held up a mirror so Tom could see the back of his head. "How does that look?" Sam asked. Tom looked in the mirror and smiled. "It looks great. I like the length." "Good," Sam said. "Now, let's work on the top." Sam picked up his scissors and started cutting the hair on top of Tom's head. He worked carefully, cutting a little at a time and checking to make sure it looked even. Every now and then he would ask Tom if the length was okay. "Is this length on top all right, or would you like it shorter?" Sam asked. Tom looked at his reflection in the mirror. "It's good, but maybe just a little shorter." Sam nodded and trimmed a bit more. After a few minutes, he finished cutting the top and styled the hair with a bit of gel. "All right, we're all done," Sam said, holding up the mirror again. "What do you think?" Tom looked at his new haircut in the mirror. The sides were short, and the top was neatly trimmed. It was exactly the kind of haircut he wanted. "It looks perfect," Tom said with a big smile. "Thank you, Sam." "You're welcome," Sam replied. "I'm glad you like it." After Sam finished the haircut, Tom got out of the chair and walked to the counter to pay. There was a small sign that listed the prices for different haircuts, and Tom saw that the price for his haircut was very reasonable. "How much do I owe you?"
Tom asked.
"That will be $20, Sam said. Tom pulled out his wallet and handed Sam the money.
"Here you go," he said.
"Thank you," Sam replied as he took the payment. "And here's a card with our phone number on it. If you ever want to schedule an appointment, just give us a call." Tom took the card and smiled. "I'll definitely be back." "Thanks again, Sam. You did a great job." Sam waved as Tom left the barbershop. "Take care, Tom. See you next time." As Tom walked home, he felt great. His hair looked neat and stylish, and he was happy that he had found a good barbershop in his new neighborhood. Sam had been friendly and professional, and Tom was glad he had taken the time to explain exactly what kind of haircut he wanted. When Tom got home, he looked in the mirror again. The more he looked at his haircut, the more he liked it. He felt confident and ready to take on the day. Later that evening, Tom met up with some friends for dinner. As soon as they saw him, they complimented his new haircut. "Hey, Tom, your hair looks great," one of his friends said. "Yeah, it really suits you," another friend added. Tom smiled and thanked them. "I went to a new barbershop today, and the barber did a really good job. I think I'll go back there from now on." His friends nodded in approval. "That's great. It's always nice to find a good barber." As they sat down to eat, Tom felt more confident than ever. He realized that getting a good haircut wasn't just about looking good, it was also about feeling good and taking care of yourself. Over the next few months, Tom continued to visit Sam's barbershop every few weeks to get his hair trimmed. Each time, Sam greeted him with a smile and remembered exactly how Tom liked his hair. They would chat about life, work, and the neighborhood while Sam cut Tom's hair. One day, as Tom sat in the chair, Sam said, "You know, Tom, I think we're going to have to start calling you a regular customer. You've been coming here for a while now." Tom laughed. "I guess I am a regular now. You always do a great job, so I don't see any reason to go anywhere else." Sam smiled. "Well, I'm glad to hear that. It's always nice to see a familiar face." Tom appreciated how comfortable he felt at Sam's barbershop. He had come to trust Sam not only as his barber, but also as a friend. It reminded him of the barbershop he used to go to in his old neighborhood, and that made him feel more at home in his new city. One day, as Tom sat in the barbershop, he noticed a young boy sitting in the chair next to him. The boy looked nervous, and Tom overheard him telling his mom that he was scared to get his hair cut. Tom smiled to himself, remembering how he had felt nervous when he first came to the barbershop. He had been worried about explaining his haircut and going to a new place. But now, he realized that communicating with the barber had been easier than he thought, and it had given him more confidence. When Tom's haircut was finished, he walked over to the boy and smiled. "Don't worry, it's not so bad. Sam's a great barber, and you'll look awesome when he's done." The boy smiled back, and Tom gave him a thumbs up before leaving the shop. As Tom walked home, he realized that getting a haircut was about more than just appearance. It was also about learning how to communicate, being confident, and taking care of yourself. He felt proud of how far he had come since his first visit to Sam's barbershop, and he knew that he would continue to visit for many more haircuts to come. Tom's experience at the barbershop shows how something as simple as a haircut can teach valuable life lessons. By learning to communicate clearly with the barber, Tom gained confidence in himself and felt more at home in his new neighborhood. This story also highlights the importance of being open to new experiences and building connections with people in your community. Whether you're practicing English or getting a haircut, It's important to be patient, friendly, and willing to learn. If you're practicing your English speaking and listening skills, remember to use the phrases and vocabulary you learned from Tom's story the next time you visit a barbershop or hair salon. In this video, follow a simple and engaging story about getting a haircut at a barbershop. This story will help you improve your English listening and speaking skills by focusing on common conversations and vocabulary used during a haircut. Learn how to explain the kind of haircut you want, talk with the barber, and feel more confident in everyday situations. Perfect for beginners and intermediate English learners, this video will boost your ability to communicate clearly and effectively while learning practical phrases.
Whether you're a beginner or an advanced learner, our carefully curated stories cater to all levels, making learning English enjoyable and effective. Join our community of language enthusiasts and let the magic of storytelling transform your learning experience. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Dive into Englishstorywell, where every story is a step towards mastering English.